And let's go back to Zoom and do the chat. The chat goes here. And let's go to this guy. Put that in the background. All right. So I can't think of any major announcements. Let me see. So this is week 4. So on Pearson, exam 1 will open up on Wednesday. It'll be over. Yeah, no. The attendance Blackboard isn't working. So what I'm gonna I took attendance. I took like a screenshot of whoever was in attendance like a second ago, and then I'll do another attendance closer towards the end. Okay, so we'll just do it periodically throughout the session today. So we're going to use this as the homework session. One of my students asked a very relevant question. They asked if we have to do Alex. I have to. I think you do have to do Alex, but I got to talk to my supervisor to see about Alex in the lab. So I'm under the impression that what we've been doing is fine. So for right now, just keep coming here, and I will update us tomorrow if there have been a change, if there are any changes in the lab. Okay. And so what we use this week is we'll just take some time to kind of review questions in preparation for the exam. If there aren't specific questions over any homework, then I'm just going to choose a few questions at random. So today we'll focus on section 1.1. If we still have our time tomorrow, we'll do 1.2 because I know last week we did 1.3. I don't really want to move ahead this week just yet. I just want to take our time over 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. Okay. All right. So again, like if there aren't any specific questions, I'm going to open up section 1.1, and we'll take the time today to work through those questions. Let's go here. We're going to preview this. Okay. All right. Let's see. So let's do like this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to type open. I like to start off with lucky number 13. It worked last time, actually. I got it right. Hey, Google, give me a random number 1 through 20.
Here's a random number, 9.
9. Nobody got this one. That's okay. Let's go to question number 9. Número nuevo. 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, number 9. Write the X, Y intercepts of the graph. So the X-Intercepts, right? Can we make this bigger? So where it crosses the X-axis, it looks like, let's just go like this, a pop-out window. 1, 2, -3, 0, and 3 are the X-Intercepts. So it looks like it's -3, 0, and 3. That looks good. And then continue. Y-intercepts, again, if we look at the pop-out window, 1, 2, it looks like it's -3, 0, and 3 as well. Notice this is not a function though, it fails the vertical line test. So we're gonna go -3, 0, and 3. Okay, pretty straightforward. Also, so I did stream my session with the earlier class, so if you want to watch what we did together with them, I think they worked a different set of questions. So, you know, if you want to be thorough, it's not a bad idea to see what happened there. Let's see. Let's hit open. Hey, Google, give me a random number 1 through 20. Oh, let's go 13.
Here's a random number, 4.
4. Let's hit close. Boom. I was about to type 4. Let's see. Open. Nobody got that one. That's okay. Let's go to question number 4. Determine whether the 3 points are collinear. Okay, I'm curious. So, given something like this, what do you think about? How do you think? Can someone suggest a technique to approach this to determine if these 3 points are collinear? How could we determine if these points are collinear? Any suggestions? What does collinear mean? What does linear mean?
Collinear means on the same line, right?
Yeah, so collinear means on the same line. So how can we tell if these 3 points are on the same line?
You plot them.
Pardon?
Plot the points.
What if we plot them but we don't draw out the scale? What if our drawing is a little bit off and we can't fully tell? So if we're talking collinear, pardon?
The distance formula.
I mean, we can use a distance formula. I feel like y'all are overthinking it. I know that the book does it that way, or at least I know some of the texts do. Like, you can find the distance between all 3 points, and if they're on the same line, then the sum of the two shorter distances should be equal to the third distance. If they're not on the same line, then they're not going to be equal. But instead of doing that, I think I'm just going to find the equation of the line through the 3 points, right? So I'm going to choose 2 of the points. The 2 that look the simplest to me, I'm going to choose the first one and the last one. So here, let me see. So this is our, this is our homework. This comes from, this is week 1. Week 1, this comes from 1.1. So 1.1, graphs of equations. Okay. And we're working question number 4 from this assignment, and this comes from 1.1, number 13. I'm going to put collinear, question mark. And then we got 0, -4. We got -3, -18. And we have 2, 6. Okay. We could find the distance between all 3 points and then compare the distances, but I am just going to find the equation of the line. I'm going to choose the first and the last. So I'm going to let this be my x1, y1, and this be my x2, y2. Let's see. So I can find the slope. Slope is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So then that's going to be 6 minus a -4 divided by 2 minus 0. That's 5 ultimately, right? That's a 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then I'm a fan of slope-intercept, which is the y equals mx plus b. We plug in what we have. I'm going to choose the first point, and everything is pretty quick there. Y is -4. The slope is 5. X is 0. Only thing we don't know is b. Ultimately, we get b equals -4. So then the equation of the line is 5x minus 4. All right? So then we want to confirm that this line passes through all 3 points. So notice, when x is 0, y is indeed -4, so the first one checks out. When x is -3, that's going to be -15. That's -15 plus a -4 is -19, which is not -18. So that point, let me make sure I have the right line equation. 5 times 2 is 10, minus 4 is 6. So this one checks out, this one does not. So then are the 3 points? The answer should be no. They're not on the same. Are the 3 points collinear? The answer would be no. All right. Okay, let's see how do we do. And if there are any questions, just, you have to unmute yourself or type in the chat. I am monitoring the chat. Okay, so we got that. If there are any questions, just let me know, or any requests. I'm going to go with 13 again. I don't know. That's just what I'm feeling. Hey, Google, give me a random number 1 through 20.
3.
3 is close. Maybe it's the 3 and the 13. Okay. Let's go to question number 3. So let me see. Do I need to take notes? I don't know if I want to do another one. I don't feel like doing another one. Unless anybody requests it, I'm going to go to the next one. Hey Google, give me a random number 1 through 20.
2,
2. Nice try, Mr. Zaire. 2. I don't know why it's counting down like that. Find the distance between these points, the coordinates of the midpoint. Find the distance and the coordinates of the midpoint of the line segment. Okay. So this is question number 2 from this assignment. This comes from 1-1, number 5. Basically, it's asking us to find the distance. You see, find the distance and the midpoint. How's everybody's holiday going so far? I know we're here and we're accounted for, but everybody having a good holiday so far?
It's the same as
Not for real.
Not really.
Don't feel like a holiday.
It doesn't feel like a holiday. The thing that makes me feel better about it though, I remind myself, hey, we're going to be done before Thanksgiving, so I am excited about that. Like, you get a long holiday, like at the Christmas time, a full month, not having to come back for like a day or two in December. Okay, but anyway, let me see. So, go ahead. So let me see. P. One more time. You there? 4 and 7.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I don't know if y'all remember that skit in Key and Peele where like they were trying to talk to each other over the web and they kept pausing and waiting and they kept like starting at the same time. But there was a skit. It was really funny. And it was just like this. Okay, so let's hop over to the tablet. All right. Let's see what it's looking like. So real quick, this should be on your formula sheet. Again, the distance formula, square root x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And we're taking the square root of all of that. All right. And then the midpoint formula, average of our x's, comma, average of our y's. Okay. Boom, just like that, right? We can go ahead and label these x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay. Let's start off with the distance between P and Q. Okay. X2, let me see, 4 minus 4. Okay, so we get something there. Plus y2, which is 7 minus 10 squared. This goes to 0. It's gone. Negative 3 squared is going to be a positive 9. Square root of 9 is ultimately going to be 3. Okay, so we got 3 for the distance between these 2 points. And then the midpoint, so 4 plus 4 over 2, comma, 10 plus 7 over 2. So the first one's going to be 4, 8.5. Okay, let's see how they want the answer. Okay. We're going to hop back over to Pearson. The distance we got, I think, was 3. Midpoint, it says type in order pair, use integers or decimals, no fractions, right? Order pair 4, 8.5. Okay. Let's see. Quick question. The test is Wednesday. Will it be? Yeah. The test is going to be on Pearson, just like the homework. That's fine for now. So it'll open up on Pearson. It'll be open for like a few days. Okay. So just work it and get it done. Oh wow, people have been messaging. I'll check that later. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to open. What number am I filling? Okay, let's go 8. Hey Google, give me a random number from 1 to 20.
19.
Oh, I almost said 18. Okay. Oh, he's at 9. Almost. Okay, let's look at number 19. Let's see. Find the center and the radius of the circle. Okay, so this one is a demo on completing the square. Okay, so completing the square can be a little bit of a challenge for students. This is question number 19 from this assignment. This is number 19, and this comes from section 1-1, question 57. It says find the center and radius of the circle. Okay. We have this x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 6y plus 16 equals 0. Okay. Let's hop over to the tablet. This is what we're going to work. Okay. So first we're going to group our x terms together and our y terms together. So we're going to have x squared minus 8x. I'm going to leave a little bit of space. Then I have my y terms, y squared plus 6y. I'm going to move that 16 to the right of the equal sign. So it's going to be a negative 16 over here. I'll do my x's. I'll do them in, we'll do blue. And we'll do the y terms. We'll do them in orange. Okay. So then the completeness square step, we got to say b over 2 squared and add that to both sides. B over 2 squared, right? And we also need to do it for this one. B over 2 squared. Again, another b over 2 squared, okay? So then the first b is going to be negative 8, so we're going to say negative 8 over 2 squared. We're adding that answer to both sides. Okay? And then the other one is going to be 6 over 2 squared, added to both sides. 6 over 2 squared, okay? Let's see. We can start by bringing down our equal sign. Let's just match the colors. So we're going to have x squared minus 8x. That's a negative 4 squared is a positive 16. Then the orange comes down. 6 divided by 2 is 3 squared is 9. I kind of want to move over, but that's okay. So the negative 16 comes down. We said that was what? Plus 16, so they cancel. And that was what, a 9, right? So again, this cancels this. I'm going to lock the meeting. What's the time? You want to mute yourself? Thank you. No worries. Again, it's a good idea to. So also a good idea. I think I did disable your ability to change your name. So for these Zoom sessions, it's definitely a good idea to go ahead and use a professional name that you don't mind being shown on YouTube, but also so I can identify you. Because today for attendance, I have to screenshot the. I'm going to screenshot. So I've done one screenshot. I'll do another closer towards the end of class. Okay. So as long as you get into that screenshot by the end, you'll be fine. But yeah, it is a good idea to have your professional name, because if I'm using that and I can't see your name, then that might cause some trouble. Let's keep going. I'm gonna just do the rest in black though from here on out. So if we focus on the first three, right? If we focus on the first three, we can factor, right? So can we do something like this? What is it? X minus 4, right? That's going to be a positive 16 squared, right? And then the second set, y, I think it's plus 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 plus 3 is 6 squared. And this is going to be 3 squared. So then we see that the center of the circle is 4, negative 3, and the radius is 3. Okay, this is the center and the radius of the circle that we found. So this was a demo on completing the square. My dog is patient, and she's totally making me nervous, like she got to go to the bathroom. Do you need to go to the bathroom? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Do you need to go to the bathroom? I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and take it to the bathroom.
No, no. We only got 20 minutes. She can hold out for 20 minutes. She'll be good. She's going to have to hold out for 20 minutes. Okay, so let's see how do we do. Stop. Joseph, thank you. All right, so the center. But like when she paces, it just like revs me up. I'm like, yo, that's irritating. Stop that. And she goes right back to pacing. I'm like, oh my God. All right, that looks good. And then the radius we said was 3. Awesome sauce. All right. Oh, I feel bad because I'm about to do some marketing for Disney. So I saw where they're coming out with Mulan. Is it coming in theaters? Is it on Disney Plus exclusive? Like, if you already have Disney Plus, do you have to purchase to see Mulan, or can you just use your regular subscription?
It costs $30 to see it now, but if you wait until like December, it becomes free.
On Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I figured it was something like that. I didn't figure out what's going on. All right, let's go to open. Now, if I could own it for right now, that's still, I don't know. I'm indifferent. What number? Let's go 8 this time. Let's go. Let's see, 10, 15. Let's do 15. I'm going to 15. Okay. Hey Google, give me a random number 1 through 20.
Here's a random number. 8.
Oh, I said 8. Second guess myself out of the correct answer. All right. Anybody say 8? Nobody said 8. 8 was I think that was the first number. I was like this close from typing 8. That would have been the second one I got right today. Anyway, but that's why I keep trying to tell you. It's like, don't second guess yourself. Go with the first one. Anyway, graph the following equation by plotting points using this. Okay, so x is 0, x is negative 2, 0, and 2. Okay. Notice the highest exponent is 2, so we're expecting a U-shaped graph, a parabola. The leading coefficient is negative, so the parabola should open downward. So we're going to click this to graph. It's a U-shaped graph. First I need this to move so I can see the points. I need to see the function. Yeah, you go. Oh my goodness, you're like totally in my way. Okay, that's good about there. Oh, come on. Okay. Can I type the points? Click the graph and plot the points. Okay. So when x is negative 2, that's going to be 4 times 2 is negative 8. 4 minus 8 is negative 4. So negative 2, negative 4 is this one. Okay. When x is 0, y is 4. So we're here. And then when x is 2, 2 squared is 4 times 2 is 8. It's going to be a negative 8. 4 minus 8 is negative 4 again. So 2, negative 4 looks good. Okay, I'm going to hit save. And check my answer. Okay. All right, let's go here. Let's type open. Let me see. I'm going to show you. Let's go 17. I'm going to go 17. Hey, Google, give me a random number 1 through 20.
8.
It's taunting me because it knows it chose 8 last time. Okay. Now, we already did 8, so we're going to go to question number. We did 9, and we're going to go to 10. Without sketching the graph, find the X-Intercepts and Y-Intercepts of the graph of the equation. Okay. Let's write this one out. So let's take some notes. Let's see, my pen is somewhere. Here's my pen. Man, I like these classes. They go by so quick. I be in classes, man. Our classes be going on for 3 hours. I be like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Like, okay, when I have those 3-hour classes, I'm like, okay, every like 50 minutes, I'm like, okay, guys, take a 10-minute break. And I'll brawl for like 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and do the next set. I'll give them another 10 minutes, and then we got one more set after that. But those 3-hour classes are intense. I be feeling bad for this. I try to bring some energy into there. Try to make it fun as best I can. All right, let me see. So this is question. I mean, sometimes we'll play games. I mean, relevant games, or like we're always trying to do something that's relevant. This is question number 10 from this assignment. Okay. This comes from section 1.1, question 33, and the X is defined. The X and Y intercepts. Okay, so the original we have is 5x plus 3y equals 60. Okay, let's hop over to the tablet. And we're asked to find the X and Y intercepts. Okay. So then for the X-intercept, I'm just go like this. What we want to do is set y equal to 0. So if we set y equal to 0, notice this term goes to 0. We're going to have 5x equals 60, x equals, what is that, 12? Okay. And then for the y-intercept, we set x equal to 0. So we're going to have 5 times 0 plus 3 times y equals 60. Again, similar thing. This goes to 0. We get 3y equals 60. I think y equals 20. Okay. So we got this answer. We got this answer. Okay, let's hop back over to Pearson and see how do we do. So the X-intercepts, 12. Cross our fingers. Awesome sauce. Can I hit tab? Oh, so close. There it is. Okay. We got 20. Cross our fingers. Awesome sauce. Okay. Let's hit open. I'm going to go 13. Did we do 13 already? Probably. Hey, Google, give me a random number 1 through 20.
5.
5. You're choosing some low numbers today. 3. Pretty close. Okay. Let's go check 5. Did we do 5? We have not done 5. Okay, identify the triangle. Did we do one of these already?
No.
We have not? Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. So identify the triangle as triangle PQR as either isosceles, equilateral, a right triangle, or a scaling. So isosceles means a triangle with 2 sides of equal length. Equilateral means 3 sides of equal length. Right triangle means it's going to satisfy a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And scaling means 3 sides of different length. Okay? So this is question number 5 from this assignment. It comes from section 1.1, number 15. We have the 3 points. So P is going to be -3, 4. Q is going to be -3, 2. My ears are burning. R is going to be 3 plus √3, 3. Okay? All right. Well, we don't know if that's the answer, so we're going to fully submit that. So what we're going to do here, if we're talking about the lengths of the side of a triangle, we need to find the distance of the sides created from these 3 points, all right? So we're going to use the distance formula. X2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, and the square root of all of that. Okay, so then first let's find the distance between P and Q. XY, XY. So we're going to have -3 minus a -3 squared. And then I'm going to do 4 minus 2. As long as we're consistent is the main thing that we need here. Okay. I think the first one goes to 0. So this goes to 0. 4 minus 2 is 2. Squared is 4. Square root of 4 is ultimately 2. So that distance is 2. Okay. Let's do PR, the distance between P and R. That's going to be the square root of xy. Let's do this -3 plus the square root of 3 minus a -3 squared plus 3 minus 4 squared. Sounds like somebody's outside doing the yard. So I think that this 3 cancels this one. Square root of 3 squared is going to be 3. That's going to be 1. So that's going to be 2. Okay. And then we need to do, we did PQ, we did PR, we need to do QR. So I'm going to do like this. Minus a -3. Squared plus 3 minus 2, right? 3 minus 2 squared. Okay. Again, this cancels this. Square root of 3 squared is just going to be 3. That's going to be a 1. Square root of 4 is 2. So this is an equilateral. Okay. All right. Let's see, how do we do it? So we say equilateral. We're going to go A, cross our fingers. Awesome sauce. I want to say if it's equilateral, it can't be a right triangle. Yeah, right? It can't be right. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We're going to say no. Enter. I don't want to keep it for more than 10 minutes. So since, for some reason, since 10 popped into my head, I'm going to type open. I'm going to type 10. Hey, Google, give me a random number 1 through 20.
Here's a random number. 19.
19. Okay. Together we would have made 19. Let's check question number 19. We did 19, so let's do 20. Center and radius. This one looks a little interesting, so I'm going to do it. It looks a little bit different than the one we did earlier. Just a little bit. So, this is question number 20 from this assignment. I don't know what that last one was. 20. This comes from section 1.1, question 59, from the back of that section. Find the center and the radius. Find the X and Y intercepts. Ooh, I like it. So then AX to find the center. Let's do it like this. Find the center and radius. And then part B, X and Y intercepts. X and Y intercepts. Whatever. Let me just copy. Copy. These. You guys need to move up, undo. Move out of the way. All right, there, that's good. And you go there. That looks good. Let's hop over to the tablet. Oh, wait, we need the function. So we have 4x squared plus 4y squared plus 40y equals 0. All right. Let's rock and roll. The center and the radius. So to do the center and the radius, first we need to get it in a standard form. The first one we can write is x minus 0 because there are no other x terms. And there's no constant term either. I'm going to start by dividing everything by 4. So I'm going to say the left and the right divided by 4. I'm going to say this divided by 4, divided by 4, divided by 4, divided by 4. This cancels. That cancels essentially, goes to 0. So then after this maneuver, we get, I'm going to say x minus 0 squared. So that one's essentially done. Now we got this y squared plus 40y. I'm going to leave some space. Equals 0, right? So we need to do our completeness square step. Completeness square is going to be b over 2 squared added to both sides. B over 2 squared, again, added to both sides. In this case, our b is, we're going to say 40 divided by 2 squared. Again, 40 divided by 2 squared, and we added it to both sides. Okay. If we keep going, we get x minus 0 squared. We get this y squared plus 40y. That's a 20, that's going to be 400, right? 400 equals 20 squared is 400. So that's 20 squared on the right. 20 squared, right? So now we just need to do completeness square. We need to factor those three middle terms. So again, we have this x minus 0 squared. We want to factor those terms to something of this form. Y plus squared equals 20 squared. I think it's 20, right? And let's be consistent. Style. 20 times 20 is 400. 20 plus 20 is 40. I think we're in the clear there. So then for part A, the center, h comma k, is going to be 0 comma negative 20. And the radius is going to be 20. Okay, that should be it from part A. And then for part B, X and Y intercepts. What's the time? For part B, so for the X-intercept, we set Y to 0. Let me get a copy of the original. Let me get rid of all the stuff I'm not using, like that, like that, like that, like that, and like that. Okay. So again, for the X-intercept, we set y equal to 0, right? If we set y equal to 0, we're going to have 4x squared plus 4 times 0 squared plus 40 times 0 equals 0. Notice this is gone, this is gone. Okay? We keep going. We get 4x squared equals 0. Divide. We get x squared equals 0. Square root x equals 0. So that means the origin should be at least one of the x and y intercepts. Let me see the x-intercept. So it might just touch it once, right? So we got the x-intercept as the origin. All right, let's do the y-intercept. Maybe we have two y-intercepts. For the y-intercept, we're going to set x equal to 0 and solve. Get a copy of the original. Let's copy. We're going to paste. Okay. So if we set x equal to 0, we're going to have 4 times 0 squared, 4y squared, 40y equals 0. Again, this term goes to 0. We're going to have 4y squared plus 40y equals 0. I see the time. I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Yeah, I think that's okay. So then we'll get y squared plus 10y equals 0. We can factor out a y from both of these terms. We're going to have y times something that's left over. Whatever, that's not a big deal. We're going to have what? Y plus 10. So then from here we get y equals, that's not a y. We get y equals 0 and negative 10 as the y-intercepts. Okay. So we still get the origin as one of them. And the other one was 0, negative 10. Okay. We got our y-intercepts. We got our x-intercept. Okay, I think we're ready to answer the question. Okay. So let's go check our work. Hopefully you guys are hanging tight. We're about to check attendance. Do the best we can for the attendance. Let's check this answer. What's the center of the circle? 0, negative 20. Cross our fingers. Oh, let's see. What do we do wrong? Center 0. Ordered pair. What do we do wrong? Let me look at the original. Oh, well, yeah, we got the y plus 20. 40 divided by 2 is 20. Type an order pair. What's the center of the circle? If it's not 0, negative 20, I can't think of. Let me see if I'm trying to find an error somewhere. Did I type it wrong? Anybody see the error? I don't see it. Type an ordered pair. It might have something to do with the A, but I don't think it does. If we divide it, oh, okay, I see it. I forgot to divide by 4. I found it. Okay, so I think I divided the first term by 4. Let's back up. So let's hop back over to the tablet. So I divided the x by 4, but I forgot to divide that last term by 4. So instead of that being a 40, does that change all of this down here? I think this stuff down here is fine, but this guy changes. So let me make the... see, I forgot to divide there by 40. I'm just going to clean this up instead of redo it. Matter of fact, I'm going to just do it again. I'm going to put a big X to this so I can keep my error, so I can remember for next time. And I see what I did wrong, so I'm just going to redo it. Let's copy. And we're just going to redo A right here. So A, let's paste. So we got to, if we divide everything by 4, right? So that was fine, but we just didn't do it properly. All right, moving a little fast. So then we get x squared, that's a y squared, and that's a 10y. I think we forgot to do that part. And then we still get 0, right? So then we get x minus 0 squared. If we do b over 2 squared, I don't know why I did that. B over 2 squared plus b over 2 squared. We're going to say 10 divided by 2 is 5, squared is 25. We're really adding 25 to both sides, okay? So, if we keep going. Now if we factor, I think it's y plus 5 squared, and that's going to be a 5 squared over there. Okay, that feels better. I thought it looked a little funny. Let me see. Divided by 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. Okay, so then the center is 0, negative 5, and the radius is now 5. Okay, let's try this answer. So, again, this was no good. Okay, it's okay. So, let's check it this time. Let's try this one. Now the center is 0, negative 5. Alright, so yeah, we found our error, and then now the radius should be 5. Okay. And then the X-Intercepts that we got, the only X-Intercept we got was the origin. 0, 0. And then the Y-Intercept, we got 2. We got the origin. And we also got 0, negative 10. Okay. Is that it, or is there more? That's it? Okay. All right. Are there any burning questions? Don't go anywhere just yet. If there aren't any burning questions, first let me load a copy of these notes for you all. I see the time. We're gonna get out of here in just a moment. Let me just send this. If I don't do it now, I know I'm gonna forget. see. I think I already labeled it properly. Let me share, send it to box. Not the 4 p.m., but this one, the 5 p.m. Into the notes is fine, right there. Send the box. Okay. So you're getting a copy of the PDF of anything that you saw me writing. It doesn't seem like there are any burning questions. Let me try to take attendance. So if there aren't any burning questions, let me first go ahead and stop the stream.